What's going on, guys? We are back with another podcast, keeping it real with your boy Lucky V. How you doing? I'm good. I'm here. We're talking. Feeling good. It's another day, another dollar. As they say, it's Thursday, 1:16 p.m. as I'm recording this. I'm trying to figure out the kinks, man. I'm trying to figure them out. With the editing, so far the editing's coming along well. Storage with my MacBook was a little confusing, but now I'm figuring all that out. The way I was saving the videos and these long podcasts were taking up so much storage, and I literally have nothing but like a few podcasts, and it said my storage was full, so I had to learn all about the MacBook storage. So that was cool. That was interesting. Becoming a IT whiz. Shout out that boy Jay Griff if you watching. The IT whiz. I see you, brother. But yeah, we're here. We're feeling good. We're relaxing. Trying to bring more light to this little studio. I'm not sure how the window is. The window might actually be throwing off, like giving it a weird glare. Maybe that's why it's not as clear as I would like it. And I'm also trying different settings on the GoPro. I'm trying 4K this, 30 resolution, 60 resolution. I don't know if it's resolution or would it be, I forget what it is. Frames per second, maybe? Maybe FPS, frames per second, I would say. So right now, I was shooting on a little bit of 4K and I think 60 frames per second. And then I wouldn't upload it in 4K because it would just come out almost not better. So right now it's in 4K with 30 frames per second as it recommended with a high bit rate. And maybe I can upload it on YouTube with 4K and it'll come out nice as a 4K camera. Because I see some people using a GoPro and they're like, oh, dude, it's so fire. You got the 4K as long as your computer. I know I have a MacBook Pro. I know it can handle the editing and the downloading. But yeah, if someone knows how to edit the GoPro Hero 8 to make it crystal clear, if that's possible, because I know it offers 4K, so 4K is fire. So if it's possible for like a vlog and cinematic, let me know how you do it. Because I watched a few YouTube videos and they didn't say much on how to upload. I guess I'm gonna then have to watch a YouTube video. All this stuff is so much learning. Like, not only is it take time processing and like figuring out what I'm gonna talk about, coming out here talking about it, having the confidence to try to upload it and stuff, tell people to watch it and stuff, but then learning how to edit it all myself. And like, I never really edited before. Like back in the day, I made some YouTube videos of me like skateboarding and scootering when I was like 6th grade, but on a flip camera. I don't know if anybody had a flip. Those are the days. Today we're talking about a few things. Talking about a little bit of conspiracy right now. That boy Jeffrey Epstein, the Epstein-inator. Jeffrey Epstein hatched from this egg himself and became whatever he was. I don't even know. Was he a pedophile? Was he a it sounds as if he comes from a family of blackmailers, right? He comes from a family of blackmailers, or he was involved with a family of blackmailers. This is my assumption. And I guess he had these places, and he would take people like, seems like Bill Clinton and other very powerful, rich, and famous people, and they would go have sex with these underage women. Maybe they didn't know they were underage. Exactly. I didn't know she was 14. I didn't know she wasn't of age. But yeah, and then I guess this guy Epstein had dirt on these people. For what reason? Who knows? Like, why did he want dirt on these people? Why was he involved with trying to blackmail these rich and powerful people? And how were these rich and powerful people trusting this guy that was kind of there to blackmail them? So it's so weird. And then drum roll, killed himself. How about that? Now we got no evidence to talk to the guy. We have nothing to get from him. If anybody was trying to get anything, because I'm sure the most rich and powerful people are like, whoa, we got to stop whatever this guy says. So that just makes sense. It just makes sense. Like, it's ridiculous, honestly. Like, as like a competent person, like, yeah, he was taken off suicide watch like the day before, a few days before, and also the one moment he stopped living, the cameras are off. The cameras watching Jeffrey Epstein in this huge billionaire scandal, this whole scandal, his cameras are off. The people watching him are asleep. Like, come on, man. Come on. Where's the truth? That's the thing. That's the thing with these conspiracies and these things that go on, and these everything. This Area 51, all that good stuff. Like, who really knows? And who's ever gonna know? But it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous the way that, especially like the cameras were turned off. Like that was the defining. Like, oh, are you kidding me? The cameras watching this guy that's on like high alert, that like everybody's talking about, are off, and the people watching him are asleep. That's great. And then they post a picture that he's got like, why are there 100 jumpsuits in like inmate jumpsuits in his cell? There's like 15 to 20 orange jumpsuits. I don't know. I don't work at a prison. I've never been to prison. Thank God. I don't plan on going. Nor do I wish any of my listeners go down that route. But seriously, why are there 20 jumpsuits in this guy's cell? He's got a pen. He's got a ballpoint pen. He's got wires in there. So he's got a few ways to kill himself if he wanted to. And in reality, like, this guy's going away to jail for life. Like, I would, like, it's not some fantasy that this guy attempted to kill himself. Like, that's a believable thing. Like, oh, this guy, like, rich, had a house in New York that was literally bought for him over like $50 million worth, and I think the sidewalk was heated. He had a heated sidewalk. You kidding me? You got a heated sidewalk, bro? You got a heated sidewalk? I don't even know what to say. I want to make a joke about it. A heated sidewalk. Like, how can you even joke about that? Like, that's insane. That's insane. That's like, if you're gonna give us, at least if you're homeless, like, try to go to Jeffrey Epstein's house. Like, where is he living? Sleep on the sidewalk right there. Get a little heat. And then you watch the 60 Minutes. And then you watch the 60 Minutes, and you're like, wow. You have a doctor who's done all these crazy what's the word? Someone help me. Autopsies. There we go. Thank you. Got me. Thank you very much. But yeah, this doctor who's done all these autopsies, who knows a lot, have experienced thousands and thousands of bodies. And he says he's never seen anything like this. The way he was murdered, the way he was killed, the way he died. Let me put it like that. He said he didn't know. He's never seen the way like someone's died like this. He basically got strangled. His death markings and all that, like, he was told, like, we were told as the viewers of that show, that this doctor figured out that he was strangled. 60 Minutes posted it too. Like, they put it on straight on news. That was TV. Big TV. Ricky Gervais is out here grilling the what was that? The Golden Globes. I don't even know. Who cares about those awards? He was making fun of. That was great. I loved when he said the guys from Apple are there, and he's like, don't say anything about global warming or anything important. He's like, you have kids in sweatshops, and the guy's sitting there like, oh, I'm not ready for this one. That was great. But at the same time, 60 Minutes is then talking about Jeffrey Epstein's basically got murdered. And now we're sitting here like, Now nobody's just, I'm sure it's going to get blown over. Like me talking about it, well, who am I? What am I going to do? And in all reality, what do I care? Because it really doesn't affect me. I'm sure that's what's going to happen with, that's what happens with all these things. Is we're never really going to find the truth. We know we don't have the power, the clout to get the truth from the government or from whoever knows. And then we just kind of give up. And then these crazy things like, dude, this guy got murked, bro. This guy got murked. He had dirt on some real individuals. And those real individuals did what they had to do to get this guy killed. And now, the cameras were turned off. You know, this and that. He was taking off this. The guards were asleep. There's not much we can do. What? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Like, that's insane. Like, that's just insane. Like, that makes me mad. That makes me mad. What are you gonna do though? Like, what are you gonna do? Oh, dude, there's a whole bunch of conspiracies you can go down. I don't want to get too touchy. Because I don't have enough knowledge on enough things. This is just something that's been popping around in the news, and I can kind of stay on top of it. Something that I would really like to enjoy. I don't know if I would like to enjoy it, but I would like to try it. Is definitely get a few books about JFK, about his murder and his assassination, and just get a few different perspectives. Because there's people that, like, they spend their whole life, like their whole life work is to try to figure out what happened to JFK. There are people out there. Yes, they're probably crazy. So reading that book, you're reading a crazy person's book. You got to take that into consideration. But at the same time, like, these people have spent a lot of time, a lot of hours, a lot of digging in this information that, like, you know what I'm saying? You can get a lot from these guys. I'm sure there's guys out there that's spent years figuring, like, dude, one magic bullet, it was one guy, it was this guy, and they just believe this story, and they did some research and they found this. But then you listen to another guy or read another book, and there's a whole totally different perspective where there's like, well, scientifically, there's no way that it could be one bullet. This, that, the third. You could see him grab his neck. His head explodes from the back. Blah, 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 blah. Who knows what happens? The guy... I'm having a little brain fart. But, JFK... Oh, my God. Who's the guy assassinated? JFK I'm having a brain fart. Oh, we can't get a name? Come on, man. Oh, there he is. Lee Harvey Oswald. Yep. Lee Harvey Oswald is getting accused, but he's like a weird gentleman himself. Like, he spent time in Russia during, like, the communist... What was it? The USSR at the time, during the whole communist regime, and... like that, and then he goes to court, and then this guy Jack Ruby, who's like part of the mob or whatever is going on there, goes in and just kills him, and then Jack Ruby dies in jail. Like, what's going on? Because I don't know. I have no idea. And the thing is, nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might read a book, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might make a book. You might go write a book about JFK. Do you really know what happened to the bull? No, you don't. You really don't. You weren't there. If you could go back in time, would you be there? If you could go back in time once, would you want to go? Would you want to see JFK get shot in the head? Or, like, be in the place to know if it was like a conspiracy? So like you would see maybe like the shooter and it wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald. If you were to be there, I'm saying, if you were to be there, let's imagine, right? We're there. Would you want to like be like, oh, look at our president, dude. This guy's a stud. He's bagging Marilyn Monroe. Boom. Oh, dude, he just got shot in the dome. Or would you like, dude, he might get shot today. You know what I'm saying? Like, JFK's rolling around. Like, let's go look around. Like, let's say you and your friends go look, and then you see, and it's not Lee Harvey Oswald. It's freaking some guy. Some guy, maybe Mark Wahlberg from Shooter. I don't know. I don't know who it is. But that's a weird one too. That's a deep one. Because that all goes into like communism, and then he was very hated with the mob, and the Kennedy family was very, very weird because the mob got him into office. The mob really helped him get into office, and then he started cracking down on him. And they're like, whoa, buddy, we made you. You were made by you. You're my child. You know what I'm saying? And so they're like, all right. And that's not how the mob rolls. Like, all right, do this, whack you. Yeah? Whack you. Yeah? Oh, yeah? You think that? Whack you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like JFK had some haters. Good looking guy, had some haters. Wasn't from the most truthful family, but all politicians, like, come on. Like, let's just think it now that I'm getting older, like, it's so weird. Like, I'm gonna have a podcast about just like, literally it's gonna be titled like Screw Politics or something like that. But it's just like, because that stuff's just like, if I know somebody, like if I went to high school with someone and like I see him become a politician, like I'm going to think about what they did in high school. It's like, damn, bro, like they're going to like the most fake thing ever. Like politics is so weird, bro. Like it's so weird. Like our mayor looks like she has like thousands of dollars of plastic surgery done. She looks like a fake figure. She looks like a caricature of something. I don't even know. But yeah, like, and then these people, like, they get into office, they meet a woman in the office, because like that woman kind of can only I understand dating someone that can only understand your circumstances. Like, that's why famous people date famous people. There's no way you can get famous and rich and all this and you date a normal person, because that person's gonna want something from you. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be an exchange. You know what I'm saying? There's never gonna be like, if two broke people fall in love, like that's all they got. Like, you know, they got each other, they got the feelings they have. Like, they're both broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might be relying on each other to get things done, but it's, yeah, of course, you get the vibe. You get where I'm coming from, bro. Come on. And where was I getting at with this? Oh, just weird, man. Oh, politics. Hold on, I got it. I had to think a little bit. But yeah, politicians, they get into office, they meet a woman, or maybe they're on their come up and they're in school. It's like, I'm political science. They start dating, and then long story short, most of these politicians have a family, and that family grows and lives politics, and then therefore works and becomes politicians. And then this cycle just grows. So now the same people, the same sort of family roots, ideas and stuff are just embedded in our politics and embedded in our politicians and embedded in, I don't know what else to I don't know what else to say for embedment, but they're there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a cycle. Like, what are we gonna do to get these people that are just, and I don't blame them. You work for politics, you become a senator, you have to sign some bills, you get a pretty good salary. Next thing you know, you're out here giving speeches, you're giving this, you have your multi-income, and then who knows how some of these politicians have millions of dollars. Meanwhile, their salary is like $200,000-$300,000. Like, that's another conversation. But yeah, they can grow themselves and do speeches and like, I think like Obama's and the Clintons get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to do speeches, which is a little absurd. But hey, you're paying it, like colleges, and if you're paying it, it is what it is. It is what it is. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You can only control what you can control, and that's what. But if you're having a bad day, man, like, you can only control what you can control. Like, some things are just out of your control. You know what I'm saying? And that's a horrible way to look. Not a horrible way to look, but like, it can be hard to think like that. You know what I'm saying? It can be hard to think like that. But you can control so much. Like, there's so many things you're in control of. Things you eat, the way you think. For the most part, the activities you take part of, but for the most part, the interactions you have. You know what I'm saying? If someone's being a you know what, you know what I'm saying? You just realize that. Just don't talk to them. Like, if you're at work or whatever, and so you see a customer come in, and you're like, dude, this guy's gonna be a hassle. This guy's gonna be a you know what, a pain in the, you know what I'm saying? Just be like, how you doing? Have a good day. Blah blah blah. Get on with your stuff. Just let them get on with their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because some days you might be feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever have those days where you're just like, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. And then you have those days like, not a good day. It's like 7, 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. and you're like, yeah, this wasn't a good day. This wasn't. Let's try this again tomorrow. Those are the days that matter, though. Keep getting after it. I was watching a potty. An old Joe Rogan podcast. It wasn't an old one. It was actually posted, I think, the other day. This guy, Kevin Ross, Muay Thai fighter. Dude, all I gotta say is, they talked for like, I only watched for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, but like, just think about it. That's 2 hours of listening to just two guys talking. Like, it was solid. Like, and I'm not much of like a Muay Thai fan. Like, I like UFC, I like boxing, I like all that stuff, but I don't watch Muay Thai or like any type of kickboxing particularly, just because it's like, it's more in like the Asian countries, and it's like, it's just not big around here. It's not really promoted. I never know when it is. I don't know any other fighters, so that's the main reason. But this guy talked about getting molested by his stepmother and just everything. His come up, being addicted to basically alcohol at such a young age, and just deciding one day, like, dude, he's gonna be a kickboxer. Like, I think his friend died, and he like wanted to be. He always wanted to fight. Like, he wasn't violent, he said, but he always wanted to fight. He probably was a little violent. He didn't know that. But if you want to fight, you got to be a little violent. But yeah, it was just a great podcast. A lot of motivation. Joe is in the good vibe. When Rogan's in a good vibe, it's a good pod. That's all I got to say about that. No information yet about Paul Pogba. Manchester United is figuring it out, as the least I could say. Is they're figuring it out. Are they? I don't really think so. They're struggling. They are struggling. They need something. But yeah, I didn't want to talk about too much conspiracies, because in all reality, like, you kind of need someone that's like a conspiracy head to come talk to you, and we don't know. And if you think you know, let me know. You know what I'm saying? If you know, let me know, okay? We can talk. But who knows? Who knows anything? I don't know nothing. You probably know nothing. Me, just as good. Nothing. You saw my 3rd grade project. That's about as good as I can. Oh, God. But, yeah, I'm going to cut it off a little early. Just because I'm not... T-Droid, my boy T-Droid was like, yo, talk about conspiracies and stuff. Like, I could talk about 9/11, but then it just gets weird, you know what I'm saying? You kind of need someone that's like, oh, 9/11 is the government, I could tell you why and show you videos and this date, this time. It's like, I right now I don't have time for that. So hopefully I know someone's out there with the info and a crazy perspective. So I'm waiting on him. But yeah. Right, I had something to say. Might not be able to think about it. But yeah, we're gonna post this today. We're gonna post this tonight. I'm gonna get another one up probably tomorrow. Show love. Stay happy. Stay healthy. We living. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. I'm reading a book right now. Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules to Life, I believe it is. I just started. And I'm gonna make a few book podcasts, talk about books, and I don't wanna expose a whole book, but some things I'm definitely gonna have to talk about, because just like some of these books are just fire, man. So coming at you. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Keeping it real with your boy Lucky V. We are out. We're healthy. We are out, baby. Thank you very much. Show love. Thank you.